Thank you very much. So let's start the session. Please send your notification in the chat box. I would also request everyone to rename themselves as country first name. This would help understand the mix of participants we have for this event.
Excuse me, may I clarify something? Am I still TTE 2 or 1?
You are TTE 2.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So we have, okay. So I will start the question.
Yes.
So I will ask the member to answer the question. First, I would like to ask Toastmaster Saifu from Malaysia.
Hi. Yes, I'm waiting.
Unlucky.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, the first question is, if you are thinking positive during negative time, you have already won. If you are thinking positive during negative time, you already won. Toastmaster Saifu.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster, the beautiful Toastmaster Benyapa. If you are thinking positive in the negative time, you already won. I do believe in those statements. Right now, in our situation, for the past 1 year, we are always in this dire situation where people are afraid of their life, afraid of the society due to the COVID-19. But ladies and gentlemen, the first healing or the first prevention of any disease is all in your mind. If you have a positive mind, if you have a positive thinking, you'll be able to endure anything in life, regardless where you are, how dire the situation is, how much the trouble you are in. Your mind is the master of your fate. Think clearly. As for me, in Malaysia, we have now already reached almost 20,000 cases per day. If looking at this, we have to remember Malaysia is just a small country with only 35 million people. Compared to Singapore, and not compared to Singapore, I'm wrong, sorry. Compared to Indonesia, 250 million. Compared to India, 1 billion, 20,000 cases per day in 35 million people is very high. But with positive thinking, with the right attitude, we can endure anything. And for me, up to this point, I still negative in COVID-19, but always positive in mind. With that, back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much. Just a great answer. Okay, so let's go to the next question. The future depends on what you do today. The future depends on what you do today.
First, you may pick the speaker before the topic. Just pick on the speaker whom you would like to call. Yeah. Who is the speaker who would be speaking?
I would like to.
I will call
Sorry.
Toastmaster Praya from India. The future depends on what you do today.
How many of you spend your time in thinking what your future will behold? I think everybody sitting in this meeting room today is worried of what will happen tomorrow, of how your life is going to be, of whether your dreams are going to be fulfilled or not, of whether you are going to achieve what you wish for, not of so many things. But have you ever thought about where did this future come from? Isn't it all dependent on what you do today? I learned this by making a lot of mistakes in my life because I was one of you, only thinking about future and not bothering about what am I doing about it today. I spoiled my health. I put on 20 kgs of weight because I was bothered about whether I will get fat. I kept on munching. I kept on doing things which will spoil my future today. One person who was always depressed, stressed, and worried that I can never achieve my goals. And that thing made me not achieve them. But one fine day when I was talking to my son, he told me, "Mama, what are you thinking about?" I said, "How many marks will you get in your exams? What will you do in your future? What will you become? I am so worried." "Mama, I am 6. Make me study today. Make me do my homeworks. Then I will do something tomorrow." And that sheer thought made me think. I was bothered about what he's going to do after 10 years and not bothered about whether he has done his work today or not. And that is the same thing I have been doing to my life. That one day changed the course of my life. Now I think of what future I would want to make and I work on that from today. So remember, my friends, future will have what it beholds, but work on your todays and make your tomorrows better like I did. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow, wonderful answer. Thank you very much. Please give her a big round. And the next topic is happiness is not having a lot. Happiness is giving a lot. Toastmaster Giriraj from India. Sorry for pronounce your name.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much. Can I repeat again the question? Can you repeat again the question?
Happiness is not having a lot. Happiness is giving a lot.
Yeah. Let me about sharing about my nowadays. I'm not so worried about my happiness. I'm always trying to find happiness of doing something and doing anything like of it. I just purchased my laptop. I got happiness. I finding always happiness in the external thing which I got, which is give me a certain time of happiness. But after the some time, then I get worried about the things. But the next. And now I'm connecting with the different communities, different people, and now asking people and understanding why they are happy in their life, why they are so happy when they are talking and they are with every person, and always curious about doing anything. Then I realize what is this happiness, what I'm doing and what I'm looking for happiness. Is real happiness is really different. The biggest happiness for me, I'm alive and I'm ready to doing anything in my life. I have all freedom to do anything. When every single day I woke up, I say myself, I'm the happy person in the world because I'm able to do anything in my life which I want to in my life. So that's the biggest thing. I think we always find happiness in outside the world. With real happiness inside we are happy when we are doing something. We are doing anything for us and anything for ourselves, and we getting I try to finding a happiness for just completing a little bar. Just I'm raising my hand and just recently joined Postmaster, and then I feel happy myself. I took an action which is helping me to growing myself So that's biggest happiness for me. And now happiness for me keep involving within my life and keep growing myself regularly. And thank you so much. And over to you, Toastmaster Benyapa.
Thank you very much for your answer. That's a great answer. For next, move to the next topic. Let me ask first. Toastmaster from Hong Kong, Opera. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Toastmaster Opera. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to die, if you were to live forever.
If one day when I head to the hospital and got informed that I will be dying tomorrow, I have only 24 hours to live, what can I do? I'm going to treat it as an unforgettable trip. The first thing that I would like to do is to forgive those who have wronged me. I've been carrying the burden of being bullied in the past. And now I'm going to leave the world. If I continue to hold a grudge against those who have wronged me, I'll be suffering and I couldn't rest. And I do not want to be a ghost that haunts the earth forever. The first thing that I would like to do is to forgive those who have betrayed me in the past, for I do not want to carry any grudges, any anger, any sorrow to my afterlife. After forgiving those who have wronged me, I've earned the lesson of forgiveness. The next thing I'm going to do is probably get some plane tickets and head to any island that I really want to discover. I'm a student and my daily routine are only burdened with studying, reading, and it's time for me to explore, try to explore some more opportunities and grasp some more unforgettable moments before I die. Perhaps that's the next lesson for adventure. For the final lesson, now I've forgiven my bullies, I've traveled around, it's time to say goodbye to my friends. And here comes the lesson of friendship. So what will I do if I'm going to die? In the next day, I'm going to earn the lesson of forgiveness, adventure, and friendship. Now back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please give her a big round. And now let's move to the next topic. Toastmaster, I would call Toastmaster Sarah from Indonesia. Are you there? Thank you very much. The topic is every day is a miracle. Every day is a miracle.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmasters Benyapa. My fellow Toastmasters all over the world, every day is a miracle. Means that you need to appreciate every second that you have today. In my personal case, I'm kind of person who likes to repine at everything. Why my workers like this? Why my members like this? Why my life is so screwed up like this? But you know what? Without I notice, without I realize it, in every accident that happened in me on that day, always has something to learn. For example, well, today, I've got we've been planning the picnic. I and my team, we have been planning for the picnic because we've been so messed up with our work. So we have been trying to find the schedule so we can set up a picnic time. But it always be suspended because of the work, and work. So we never try to enjoy the work anymore. Then when we finally realized that, hey, this is never gonna stop. Work will always be there. So I decided today I must make the miracle. I must make this happen. The picnic time must happen. So I said, stop everybody. We just do the picnic, even just in front of the parking area. And then you know what? All the tents that we had before, I and my employees, it's like melt away. And I learned something from them that actually they are willing to get along with me. There is no space actually, but that's because I didn't open myself at the time. But today, this morning, I tried to open up myself. So even from the simple things that, like the picnic things, I found the miracle that actually my employees can be my family. So actually there is no space between me and my employees, but it's all about me, whether I want to open up myself, whether I want to take something, suspended everything, stop it for a while so I can have time to get along with them. So appreciate the day and make it counts. Okay, I think I give the control back to the Toastmasters Benyapa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your answer. And we move to the next question. This is the question. I prepare 5 quotes and 5 questions. So now is the question. This is the easy question because we want happy. We want to just easy. So the next question, I would call Toastmaster Dani from India.
Yes, hello, it's Dhwani.
Thank you. And the question is, what makes a person beautiful? What makes a person beautiful?
Thank you so much for asking me and giving me a chance to speak. So my question is, what makes a person beautiful? I believe a person's confidence makes them beautiful. The way they speak, the way they communicate with others, that's what makes them beautiful. It's like, you know, you should wear your beauty like you should wear your confidence like you would wear your any beautiful outfit, any outfit which you love. Wear your confidence like you would wear your outfit. You know, you should feel whatever you do. Make sure you are confident. Make sure you believe in yourself, because ultimately it is you who is with you at the end of the day. You are your longest commitment. So you need to remember that, you know, we all must remember that our confidence is one thing which will always be with us. Our beauty may vary, you know, we put makeup, we'll put any dress, anything, it'll make us look beautiful. But what will add on to our beauty is the way we portray ourselves, the way we communicate with others, the way we stand, the way we sit, the way we talk, the way we, you know, portray ourselves. That confidence which we have, that will attract most of us, that will attract everyone. So I think, yeah, for me, I believe that the most important thing is one must wear their confidence like they would wear their favorite outfit. So that's what is beauty means to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your wonderful answer. Very good. And let's move for the next question. I would ask Toastmaster Deepa from India. Toastmaster Deepa, who do you think of first when you think of success? Who do you think of first when you think of success? Toastmaster Deepa.
There are lots of people who are successful, but as soon as the topics master asked me, who do you think is that one person who means success to you? Dr. David Attenborough comes to my mind. David Attenborough is a wildlife expert, and many of you must have seen his work in the BBC. What makes him amazing, what makes him an idea of success to me is the way he communicates wildlife, the earth, the plants, and speaks to us, speaks to the audience, and builds that connection so wonderfully well. He excels in whatever he does. To begin with, David Attenborough was not in the field of wildlife. He was a manager, very much into administration of the BBC. He was there when the first live sporting event was taking place in the UK. He was responsible for that. He was successfully did that. Second, he was responsible for when he had to take a shift to wildlife. He was always interested in animal world, and there was a time when he was at the top in the management, and he had to take a decision whether he has to go towards his passion or continue in his job. But he took that leap at the age of 45 or 50, and he went into the wilderness. He made sure his team of photographers took in all the latest innovations and put brilliance into capturing wildlife. And you can see in his work how magnificently he presents his work, and he never preaches things. He always brings out the message in such a subtle way that we all get influenced or we get drawn to his message. So he is that charismatic person who speaks success to me. Every time I think about who I want to be, who I want to emulate, it's him. So ladies and gentlemen, success could mean different to different people. It can mean something else to you, but find that person who you always want to follow and soak in that wisdom from that person. Miss Topics Master.
Thank you very much for your answer. That is a great answer. And let's move to the next question. Let me ask Toastmaster Sid from India. Toastmaster Sid.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Thank you very much. Your question is, what is motivate you to go work each day? What is motivates you to go work each day?
Okay, what motivates me to go to work each day?
Yes.
Correct? Yeah, okay. Hi, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Srilata. I'm from Bangalore, India. Okay, and the topic is, okay, what motivates me every day, which, okay, the first thing is, what motivates me is I actually work in a school. Okay, I work in the accounting department in a school, and the interaction with the kids. Okay, every day I interact with the kids, which really motivates me and which brings about a smile. It helps me think that every day I can make a difference in their world. Because every day when I go to school, I mean, many of the kids, in the morning they come and they greet me. They say, okay, good morning, madam, and they wish me. So that brings about a smile in my day. Even though I go in this, as you all know, that Bangalore is heavily populated and a lot of traffic. So even though with all this traffic, I go to the school with a very dull face. The moment I see the kids, and the way they come rushing and wishing me, okay? So that brings about a smile. Now, unfortunately, it is all virtual smiles which we get, but because of this pandemic, but every day that lifts my spirit, okay? And I think that I am doing my bit to the society every day when I come and go to the school. And also that, every day when I go to work, okay, I think, okay, how I can try to improve myself. I'm actually into the accounting department, and every day I'm trying to relearn myself, regroup myself, and I'm trying my best to do my best to my job. So that is what motivates me every day. Yeah, and thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. This is my first time as a Toastmaster. Okay, right. Yeah, thank you. Have a great day, all of you.
Thank you very much. The first time you do very great job. Thank you very much. And the next topic, let me choose the one first. Toastmaster Neha Gupta. Sorry, I cannot correct you. The topic is, the question is, what have you done that you are proud of? What have you done that you are proud of?
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. We have seen pandemic in last 1.5 years everywhere in the world. And I come from India. We are still facing multiple cases each and every day. The second wave of COVID in India was during April and May. That was a time when so many families lost their loved ones. When I started to get this information from my friends, from my acquaintances, that they were looking for various resources. They were looking for blood, they were looking for beds, they were looking for plasma, medicines, and whatnot. That was the moment I thought, might be I can help in any way possible. So what I did, I started matching people up with the donors. So I started matching donors and the people who were in need of these resources. I did it day and night for almost 2 months. My family was really worried for me that I might be ill because I was doing so much. I was constantly on phone for hours. At the end of the day, I was not able to speak properly. And I was not able to sleep properly as well, because I was always worried the person who has sent me a request for oxygen, for blood, had they received it or not. And the very first thing I did in the morning, I used to do in the morning, was call them up and ask, how is the patient? Had they received the thing they really wanted? And after 2 months, I learned that so many lives were saved because of these efforts. So many people received the help in time. And this is the one thing I'm really proud of, and I will always be proud of, that I really could help people that could save their lives. Thank you so much. Over to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much for your wonderful answer. And the last topic, the last question, I saw Toastmaster Fatima. Fatima, are you here? So let's go to, maybe I ask Toastmaster. I may ask Toastmaster Manasnan from Thailand, Thai Airways, to answer my question, the last question. Who makes you feel good about yourself? Who makes you feel good about yourself?
Okay. Who made me feel good about myself? I think it's my father who made me feel good, because he is my idol. Since I was young, he's everything to me. He's the one who gave me education. It gave me the future. He was planning for my future all along. And when I finished school, I returned back to Bangkok. he's the one who was trying to push me into Thai Airways International. And finally, he did it. And he was so proud of me that I made him proud of me too, because it was his dream that one of his daughter or his son can get into the business that he loves so much. And since before he's gone from the earth, I could get into the high position that he is so proud of. And he told me that he has fulfilled his duty and he is ready to go. And whatever I want to do, he told me that I have to keep on working and studying and learning and accomplish whatever I want to have. And he told me that never quit working, never stop dreaming that what you want to be. Just work until you die, the last day that you can work. And that is my last word from my father before he leaves me. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much for your answer. And that is all of my question and my quote that I prepared for you today. And that was very wonderful experience listening to 10 different speakers sharing their views on 10 different topics. Thank you for participating. I would now invite our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Brian from Malaysia, to present his evaluation of the first 5 speakers. Post the evaluation, the TTE will also announce the best speaker in his opinion. Please welcome Toastmaster Brian.
Thank you so much, Table Topics Benyapa, for that amazing array of table topics. And I'm so honored to be able to hear 10 different table topic speakers today. However, I only have the privilege of evaluating 5. So here we go. Let us begin with our first speaker for today. And our first speaker is actually a person that I've met before. And his name is Saiful. He is from Malaysia. So Saiful, your question was, if you are thinking positive during negative times, you have already won. Now, Toastmaster Saiful, just what I would expect from you. You had such a great projection of your voice. You were talking through your stomach voice, as I would call it. And that projection actually made your message a little bit stronger, at least to me. It was so strong to the fact that I was inspired when you said, first healing starts in the mind. And when you think positive in your mind, you can endure anything. Oh, this message speaks wonders, especially when, like your analogy said, during this COVID-19 situation, it speaks wonders. And I think you have a masterful way of using your voice to project that kind of topic and that kind of message. So thank you for sharing with us that small little short story today. And if I could suggest one small little thing for you, is that I felt your eye contact was a little bit darting around. I wish that you would have focused on the audience, as in the camera, and instead of the screen a little bit more. So right now I'm looking at my screen, and right now I'm looking at the camera. You can see, even though a slight distance change, it's still a big difference for the person that's listening to you. So just work on that darting eye contact, and I think you would be so great in the next speeches. But thank you so much, Saiful, for that small little speech just now. Now moving on to our second speaker of today, and that will be Speaker Pragya from India, sorry. And your topic, Pragya, was the future depends on what you do today. Pragya, I believe you had a very great analogy on how to tackle this specific topic. Your analogy on working on today, work on today, that speaks wonders to me. When I was listening to you, you had rhetorical questions. You captured my attention. You brought me into your speech and you held on to my attention. And you as well played with your voice. You came closer to the camera when you wanted to talk something different. You slowed down your speech when you wanted to use different emphasis on different things. This shows your masterful skills on using your voice, your mind, and of course, telling us the story that you would like through that simple yet powerful analogy for today. I am so honored to be able to hear you today. And of course, if I could suggest one small little thing for improvement in your table topics for today is that I wish to see your beautiful eyes. I was under the impression that you were looking away from me or down below and not at the camera. And if you could just work on looking at the camera a little bit more, I think that would speak a little bit better to the audience. But all in all, great job, Pragya. Now let's move on to the third speaker for today. The third speaker is Giriraj from India. And his topic was happiness is not about having a lot. Happiness is, it's giving a lot. Yeah, it's giving a lot. So Toastmasters Giriraj, you started off with saying that, I start off my day, you listed down these kind of things that you were doing. You start off with your computer that gives you happiness. You start off with networking, it gives you happiness. And you even did mention that you just joined Toastmasters, but you're already doing so many great things, and that gives you happiness. You gave me happiness by giving me this speech today. Even though it's a short 1 to 2 minutes, it still inspired me and it gave me happiness. And I think it speaks to the people here as well. You have the freedom to do anything, and you did just that by coming into this international platform to showcase your ability to speak. So Toastmasters Giriraj, congratulations on taking up this challenge and attempting this table topic. If I could suggest one small little thing, it would be the positioning of your camera. Sometimes we do not realize that on the phone, vertical camera translate to a smaller box. So if you could just turn your camera or your phone horizontal, you would appear bigger to the audience and you would have more room to play with your hand gestures, right? So just keep that in mind. But thank you so much, Toastmaster Giriraj. Moving on to our fourth speaker for today will be Toastmaster Ophelia from Hong Kong. Toastmasters Ophelia, your question was, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. Toastmasters Ophelia, I would like to commend you on a great job done for your organization of your speech. You actually had 3 points altogether and you were able to put forth those 3 points. You listed first thing is forgiving. Second thing would be head to an island to explore and to adventure. And the third thing is friendship. You listed down, you gave point, reason, example. And that shows that you are a very organized person and you were great at giving a speech, even though at that short amount of time. So I commend you on your ability to do that. If I could suggest one small little thing, I think it would be just the timing. Your ending at the back was just a little bit abrupt, at least to my liking. But all in all, the points were given very well, and just work on that small little abrupt ending. It would be great. So thank you so much for gracing us with that speech, Toastmaster Ophelia. Now let's move on to our last speaker for today, Sarah. Toastmaster Sarah from Indonesia. Every day is a miracle. Sarah, listening to you makes my day a miracle today. Listening to everyone here makes it a miracle today as well. Sarah, you started off with your analogy of self-reflection, that journey that you took on. Everything happens for a reason. You said that work will always be there. We have to make our own miracles happen. And you did exactly that. So Sarah, thank you for showing me that we are able to make our own miracles happen. And every day is an opportunity wasted if we don't make it happen for ourselves. From your analogy, I really got that message. And I hope everyone here did too. Sarah, what would make your speech an all-rounder great is just to look forth at your hand gestures. I felt that your hand gestures were a little bit cut off when you were talking. So possibly because you were holding your camera or your camera was a little bit too low, I felt that I can only see your finger come up once or twice, just like that. So if you could work on your hand gestures, it would be great, Sarah. So all in all, it breaks my heart that I have to choose one person for the best speaker for this session. But I am so lucky to be able to hear 5 amazing speakers, and I wish to see you guys all soon. However, I still have to choose one. So in my heart, you are all winners. But today, the best table topic speaker for my session or this session is Toastmaster Pragya from Indonesia. Congratulations. I honestly love your analogy on working today. So everyone, let's work on ourselves, just like how Pragya said, and make today a great miracle. With that, I'll pass it back to Toastmaster or the table topics master, Benyapa. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Brian. That is wonderful, wonderful evaluate. So you are new generation and then you are very great speaker also, very good. And now I have the privilege to invite our second table topic evaluator, Toastmaster S3. Toastmaster S3 from UI Toastmaster Club, Indonesia, to present her evaluation of the last 5 speakers. Post the evaluation and her also will announce the best speaker in her opinion.
Okay, thank you so much for the Madam Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Benyapa. And thank you so much for the wonderful session of Table Topic. And now I will give some of the comment of our wonderful speakers today. There's 5 of wonderful speakers. I will start with Toastmaster Dwani from India. What makes a person beautiful? And I think she already gave us the example of the person's confidence. She said to us that what makes us beautiful is the confidence, and how she smiles, how she shows herself in the screen. It shows us she is really confident with herself, and I believe that's very good. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dwani, also for pointing out that there is nothing we need other than confidence. Without dress or the makeup, we can still be beautiful if we are confident. Thank you so much for the wonderful message. And if I can suggest you, Toastmaster Dwani, to improve more, it's only one. Please give us the example of your experience of being confident that makes you really confident. That you said us about the dress, makeup, and others. But if you have any specific things that you think it really makes you beautiful, then when you are confident, tell us, so it will make your speech more powerful. That's from me for you, Toastmaster Dwani. And for the second, Toastmaster Deepa, also from India. We have a lot of speakers from India. What do you think first of the success? I really love when you try to ask the question, maybe it is time for you to think. And that's cool, because sometimes when we answering question, maybe we still need time to think. And you did it very well. You asking again the question, and maybe you think, and that's cool. And also you have figured out one person, David Attenborough, if I'm not mistaken, from the BBC, that you make him as the idol and as the example of success. I think that's very good in explaining the idol of yourself. So that's very good. And Toastmaster Deepa, if I can suggest you to improve in the other performance, it's about the eye contact. Please see the camera so we can feel like you talk to us. Maybe you already talk to us, you see the screen. However, when you don't see the camera in your gadget, we couldn't see that you really see us. So make sure keep an eye on the eye contact. And also for your answer, you might can pointing the order, like what do you like about the David Attenborough? You can make it 1, 2, 3. So you can wrap it up and you can bring it up from the beginning until the end. So at the end, we can still know why you really think he is very successful. With that, you can make your speech very powerful. And that's from me, Toastmaster Deepa. And goes to the 8th speaker, Toastmaster Sri, again from India. Congrats, India, to participate very active in this session. it is Toastmaster C. What motivates you to work every day? I really love your answer because you give us the simple things. You said that the children that makes you smile and it makes you really want to work every day. That's very nice. I mean, you give us a very simple things, but it's actually really impactful to our life. Simple, but impactful. And if I can suggest you to improve, it's about the position of camera. I noticed that you move from some place to other place, and somehow maybe you use your phone, so it kind of moving. So we couldn't see really focus on it. I mean, if you can make it subtle, we can see you in very good way. And then the other things, I really want you to elaborate more about the smile. When the children give you the smile, and then how it affects your day, because you move to the other part that you talk about your working, that you need to work. So rather than that, you can just strengthen your point about the children that makes you smile. It will give a more impactful things in your speech. And that's from Toastmaster 3. And next from Toastmaster Neha Gupta, also from India. What have you done you are proud of? I love how you responded very excited, and you give us the spirit that you have did something to others, helping others, that you make you proud of. And actually, yes, I agree that everything that we can do, that we can proud, it's just what we can did to all the people. So that's the message is very good. And if I can suggest you, rather than I know that you jumping the point from what you did, but you also give some complaint for yourself about, yeah, I always go to work and some people worry about me. I suggest you to stick on your point of what you did. So you can elaborate more on what you did to help to other people and the process of it. So you can just stick to one point. And last but not least, it is our next speaker, also from India, Toastmaster Manus Nun. Sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. Who makes you feel good? What I really love from Toastmaster Manus Nun is she answered the question directly. Like, she is really confident. Who makes she feel very good? It is her father. And that's very good. And also love how she elaborated the reason how fathers give the proud of, the feeling of good of herself. Like the father always say that she proud of her. And also she also give us the example that the father always give the message to support her. And at the end, she feel very good, and she feel like, oh yeah, I'm good because my father always support me. And one thing that I want to suggest you is only one thing, that is eye contact. Also similar with the other speaker, keep your eye contact so we feel that you talk to us. And all in all, I believe all the speakers are very good. We got a lot of insight, also powerful message. However, I need to choose one people. So I choose one people that is best on the 5, and I choose Toastmaster Manus Nun as the best speaker of the last. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I gave the control back to Toastmaster Benyapa.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster S3. And before we go to next, so please Toastmaster Brahmakumar send
Okay, I will.
the certificate.
I will share the certificate.
Our-
Hold on. Yep. Yeah, I prepared the certificate. It's all right. Brahma. I prepared the certificate. Can I share it?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep. Yep. This is the first certificate for Toastmaster Pragya Jain. Hello.
Okay, she's there.
Yep.
Okay, Pragya, give your best smile. 3, 2, 1. Smile.
Oops, sorry. Oh.
Okay. It's okay, I haven't taken yet.
Yeah, yes, sorry. This is the right one.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it. The next person, the next winner. Okay, let me look for. Yes. I can't seem to add her. She having 2 different. Can someone spotlight her? Okay, I got it. Okay, please give your best smile. 3, 2, 1. Yes, hold on. Let me see if I can. No. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DTM Navin and DTM Brahma. And so I congratulations for both of our winner, our best speaker today.